Hi, I'm Orman Beckles, aka TheHiTechNomad, and welcome to another video. On this video, we're going to take a look at the slow motion features of the Note 20 Ultra. But first, on this channel, you'll find easy to understand videos covering basics on cell phones, computers, smartphone devices, social media apps, and more. So if you want to learn how the technology works for you, start now by pressing subscribe and make sure to click the bell icon so you don't miss a video. So we're going to take a look at the slow motion features of the Note 20 Ultra. And when you see what it can do, you'll say, Bob's your uncle. I'm going to review the slow motion features on my Note 20 Ultra, but most of what I'm going to show you is applicable for most of the top tier Samsung phones that are available to you today. Now, be sure to stay till the end of the video where I'm going to show you a program that will take your slow motion abilities to the next level, and also my budget slider trick. Let's take a look at a scene first without any slow motion, just a regular scene. All right, nothing too overly impressive. Let's go ahead and go into slow motion. The first thing we want to talk about is that it defaults to a 16:9. You'll notice I had it at 1:1. It flips back to 16:9. The second thing is that it records at 240 frames a second at 1080. You can do it for as long as you want, and it captures the sound. Let's take a look at that same thing in slow motion. I think that's pretty cool, and I think one of the things that makes it really cool is that it records the sound. And I mention that because I said slow motion will record the sound, but super slow motion will not. Let's take a look. If we go into super slow motion, you cannot use the front-facing camera, only the rear-facing camera. And super slow motion only records 5 seconds, and it expands that to 30 seconds. It records in 720, and all of my experience I've seen, it makes it look a little darker, a lot darker actually. Let's see what a similar thing would look like in the super slow motion. We get more detail, but I miss the sound, and the quality drops down enough that I'm not as happy with it. One of the things you might be noticing on this is those bands going through, and that's another thing. Super slow motion is very susceptible to the 60 cycle lights. So you really want to use the super slow motion outside. If you're inside, even with fairly decent LED lights, you will get, see, you'll get that because it's actually going off and coming back on. Your eye can't detect it, but this can. To capture super slow motion, you create this box and essentially you're ready. And as soon as something enters that box, that's when the 5 seconds of recording happens. Let's take a look at editing one of our slow motion clips. First thing I want to point out is that slow motion and super slow motion clips will have these dots on them. You'll notice that this one up here that says 34 seconds has multiple circles, and that's to let us know that it's a super slow-mo, whereas the one 2 down that says 5 minutes 6 seconds, that has 2 dots on it, and that lets us know that it is just a slow-mo. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And one of the other things that's happened with the Samsung Gallery is that you can move back and forth between items by scrolling, but if you click on the currently playing video, you can then move back and forth through that video. So that's something new that they sort of slipped in there. So let's take a look at the editing capabilities. When we click on the edit button, what you'll see is that we can turn it, we can do the filter, we can do all of those things that you would expect it to do. And we have 2 sections that we can alter. And this is going to come in important later when we talk about how to take it up to the next level. So you have 2 and only 2 sections. And what you're supposed to do is that extra crossed line, that's where something will be in slow motion. So if you want to have everything be fine up until there, what you would do is pull in that little line, okay? And at that point, it'll be slow motion until it gets to there, and then it'll stop. And that'll be regular up until maybe there. So we'll pull that one aside, pull this one over here until we get to maybe right about there. All right. So now we have two sections that will be slow-mo. We can actually go back and play that. You'll see it'll be regular until it gets to that crossed line. And you can see it's in slow motion now. And you can change what that slow motion is, what that speed is. The slowest mode is 1/8 of the normal speed, but you can make it 1/4 or 1/2. Boy, it's taking a long time. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll change that to 1/2, for example. All right, not very impressive there. It was slowed down, but not a lot. Let's go ahead and put it 1/4, see what we get. It's like watching paint dry. Okay, so that actually means I could probably pull this in just a little bit more. There we go. All right, and then we'll go back to the 1/8. We'll let that. So again, that's good for a clip like this, that we don't spend a whole bunch of time looking at stuff we don't need. We can adjust it from here. Now, you can only slow it down. You cannot speed it up. I'm making that point because I'm going to show you in a little bit how to actually speed it up as well as slow it down. And we only have two sections that we can do this to. Let's take a look at a super slow motion. And again, we'll just click on that. We'll click on the edit. And you only have one. You do not have two sections. You only have one section. And you cannot alter, as we had with the other one, where we could say, okay, it was 1/4 or 1/8. It is what it is. I promised if you stayed till the end of the video, I'd give you two bonus things. The first one is I'm going to show you how to take your slow motion to the next level. So now we're going to take a look at a program called SpeedRamp. It's made by the same people that make KineMaster. I have a video on KineMaster. It's the best on-phone editing program. I think that's one of the most popular videos I have on my channel. Once we get into SpeedRamp, the first thing you're going to do is pick which video you want to work on. We'll go ahead and say next for that. Just follow me. Just follow me. And we can trim it. So I took a little video here. I'm going to trim. So we're going to start there and we'll end there. All right, now let's go to speed. And this is how you can take it up to the next level. What you have here is a line that shows you the relative speed of the video. Now, I took this video in regular, I didn't have to take it in slow or super slow-mo. I took it in 60 frames per second. And you can see I'm standing there. I run out. I look like a moron. I pick up a knife. I throw it. All right. Now, this line is the relative speed of the video. And you can add little points there, and all we do is drag those points. If we drag the point down, it will slow down. If we drag the point up, it will speed up. And if we leave it as it is, it stays the same. So let's take, and I'm going to come out here. And when I I want to come out there pretty fast. So I'm going to hit the plus sign, get a point, and now I'm going to drag that point all the way up. So that'll be the fastest it can be. Let's go back and just take a look at that. You saw that little movement there. So now when I get to the knife, I want to slow that down. But I hit the plus sign, I'm going to get another point, and I'm going to drag that point all the way down. And now let's take a look and see what we have. Okay. Slow motion there. Okay. So this is why I said this is taking it to the next level, because you may want to speed up, you may want to slow down. I'm going to share with you my on-the-go slider. We want to have some kind of a mood lighting. Take some time. Try and position things a little bit. I'm going to just set this up like this. I've got a blue mouse pad here, and I've set one of the bulbs. This is one of the Wise color bulbs. I love these things a lot. Set color bulb 3 to green. I can also change it to any of about 16 million colors. Set color bulb 3 to red. Set color bulb 3 to blue. We're going to go into slow motion, not super slow-mo, but just slow motion. And all I'm going to do is just move my hand like that across. Not fast, but not slow. I'm just going to, nice even motion. So I'm going to take this, get it started, and then I'm going to What cool slow motion videos are you planning on recording? Let me know in the comments below. Please hit the like button. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Also, check out our new channel membership section where you'll find extra videos, tutorials, and more. It's a great way to supercharge your learning, have some fun, and help the channel at the same time. Until the next time, this is Orman Beckles, aka the HiTechNomad, signing